Well, hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Here is Cynthia one more time, and today I am going to be talking about me. Yes, I'm going to be talking about myself, a little bit of why I actually decided to create this YouTube channel and everything else. The reason why I decided to create this channel, it's because this is something that I wanted to do already for the past 5 years, but I never had the time to do. So when COVID came, and that was the perfect opportunity, so I had time to record my videos and start this project that's been on hold for such a long time. And yes, indeed, I have 27 years of experience when it comes to fitness. I started working out since I was a little girl. As I know myself, I always been at the gym like my entire life, and that's something I love it. And I have worked on ships for the past 15, almost 16 years, and then I learned a lot when it comes to ship life and fitness inside of a ship. A lot of people always have asked me, Cynthia, how do you do? How do you keep up with your fitness? How do you keep up with your health? How do you keep up with your shape once you are on board? It is hard. Yes, it is really hard indeed, but it is possible. Everything is possible when you really want something. I also have helped a lot of people on board ships, and they literally started on board ships, and nowadays they look great. They look completely different than the way they used to look before. A lot of people lost a lot of weight. Yes, you can literally start something even on board a ship. So as I was saying, a lot of people ask me, how do I keep up with my fitness levels and health, etc. And I think discipline is the most important thing. When you have discipline, you have already 50% of what you need to achieve any goal, to accomplish anything you want in life. When you want something, you always have to have a schedule. And yes, working on ship is really hard. We have crazy schedules. Sometimes I had to go to the gym at 6 a.m. Sometimes I had to go to the gym at noon. Sometimes I had to go to the gym at 7 p.m. Sometimes I had to go like at 11 p.m. midnight. And once you work on board a ship, yes, indeed, you work every single day. Days off, I don't know what a day off actually is. Sometimes you had day offs, but it's never off. You always end up doing something. You always kind of working. And then I had to pick in between getting off the ship or going to the gym. And sometimes, most of the times, I would go to the gym. I would go to work out, or I would just go for a little walk outside for an hour and then come back and then hit the gym, because that was my priority. That it is still my priority. And then when you have a priority in your life and that's something really important, you always gonna go for that option if it is really important for you. And that's kind of the price you pay, even when it comes to having fun or going to, when your friends, oh, let's go to the bar. Yes, I was going out like once a month, maybe every 2 weeks. I'll go out for a little bit, but I know that I have to sleep early because my muscles need to recover, and then all these crazy things that bodybuilders we have. But that's the option we do, and that's what we want to do. And when people ask me how hard it is hard, but if you want something, it's possible. And then a lot of people also ask, what about food? How do you do? There's a lot of food, a lot of guests especially, they ask me, Cynthia, what about the food? You have so many options to go for. Honestly, I never had to worry about, because thanks God, my metabolism was always good, my genetics was always good when it comes to that. But yes, indeed, I do count calories, I do count my macros, and because that's for me, I like it. And after so many years doing that, it really gets very overwhelming, because you always have to eat. I always have to eat. Once I'm an ectomesomorph, I always have to be eating something, otherwise I lose weight. So I eat all the time. But then I have to manage how to do that on the ship. It is hard, but I had to find. Now I look at a plate and I know how many of protein, how many calories of fat or carbohydrates is in that plate. But that's because for so many years I've been doing that it became something really normal for me right now. And not everybody wants to do that because it is hard. You know, sometimes people just pay. That's why people pay for a nutritionist. But that's the way I've done it. That's the way I've done it. I always choose the healthy stuff. You know, if there's something fried with a lot of taste, and there's a chicken that is just boiling right there, it's just a boiled chicken, I will go for the boiled chicken because that's one point that for me it's not just about the taste anymore. It's about my health and cholesterol and other kinds of things. And then yes, indeed, you always have both options on ships. You always, so if you're planning to come to cruise, guys, and you are a bodybuilder, you are a crazy fitness addict like I am, trust me, there are options. You can always go and find any kind of food. You can find very healthy food and you can find very bad food, and then you pick because there are for sure things for every single person. And then when COVID came, I saw myself just like everybody else. Okay, now we have nothing to do. The gyms are closed. Even on board the ship, everything was closed. We are not able to do anything. Wow. How am I gonna keep going? It was really depressing. It is depressing, you know. You see yourself without an option. And I remember that for the first week, we were not capable to get closer to another human being, and we had to wear the masks 24/7, and we still do have to wear the masks because I'm here isolated myself now. There's no one around, and wearing masks, not being able to get close to anyone else, so I could not have a human being to help me out. I could not lift another human being. I could not literally do anything. So I had to find the help. I had to find lots of help from things, from going up and down stairs. So I used to get from deck 1 all the way up to deck number 13, 14, and then come all the way down. I used to get the elevator to come down because, you know, going down, it can hurt your knee. That's the reason I was going up, getting the elevator, coming down for around 5-6 times. That was my workout, you know. And then I was doing push-ups, pull-ups, everywhere I could find something to do a pull-up. On places that I never thought that I'd be doing a pull-up in my entire life. It's really weird, but it did work. Because when I started walking around the ship, and even in my room, I realized that you can lift anything. You can pick it up, anything. So I literally loaded my suitcases with everything you could ever imagine. My suitcases was extremely heavy. I could barely close them. So I was doing hip thrust with my suitcase. Then I was doing back rows. I was doing bicep curls with a heavy table I had in my room. And yes, and I was doing a lot of different exercises. I don't even know how many push-ups I was doing on a daily basis to keep up. And squats, like hundreds and hundreds of squats. I was using the steps from the staircase as a step that you're probably gonna use when you are at the gym. And yes, it was possible. So for me, it was no gym, no problem. I'm gonna find a way. Then I was able to get bands. I had some bands, so yes, and I was lifting some bands. I was lifting some bands and doing squats with that. I was doing deadlifts with some heavy little things I found around, and they were very helpful. I got lots of bottles of 2 liters, those big bottles, full of water. I had like 5, 6, 7 bottles in my room, and I was just lifting and working out with them. And yes, I did it. I did it for so many months. Then, and the gym kind of got open, but still, as I said, there are things that you have to be very creative because you're not in an amazing gym out there where you have those crazy equipments, you know. But the classic, the basics, I was able to do, and I'm still able to do, and that's what I'm doing right now to keep up and don't stop my workout, my training. Right now, I do think that I am blessed for not having been in contact with the COVID so far. I am thankful for my company to keeping us and to be so helpful and so amazing and be helping so many people the way they have done. all this entire year with all these things that we've been through, you know, and they are still doing a lot. And unfortunately, the cruise ships are not are not in the best place right now when it comes to COVID, but soon they will return. And then, guys, when you want to come to cruises, comes and know that you can find everything you need on board the ship. Yes, you can. This video is just to let you know a little bit about me. I mean, for those ones that don't know me, but because for people that know me, they all know that I'm crazy about the gym, that I am an addict, that I'm gonna be probably fit my entire life, that I'll be 90 years old and I'm still gonna be hitting the gym, and then I might be getting on a competition still up to my 80 years old, and that's me. That's my everything. So guys, if you do have your everything, don't let anyone take that away from you. You know, if you really love something, if you really like something, there's nothing out there that's gonna make you stop, that's gonna make you don't do it. Just be very creative. You have a head, you have your brain to use it, so use it. You are capable to do that. It really gets very overwhelming sometimes, and then you just want to push a button and explode everything, and then maybe disappear because you don't want to do anymore. You're very stressed, and you know that happens to me too. That happens to every single human being. But guys, I am literally taking deep breaths all the time and trying to live one day at a time. I am doing, and I am 100% sure you can do it too. And I just want to finalize with saying thank you so much for everybody that subscribed my channel. Thank you for your support. There's a lot more coming. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna give up. There's a lot more that I really want to do, because as I said, I love this. This is everything for me. And then one more time, thank you. Have a wonderful time, whatever you guys are doing right now, and I'll see you on my next video.